Okay, so back to take 3 for this Mandela effect. So the reason it's called the Mandela effect is due to this first instance of realization that people have collective false memories that they share. So how does this like happen, right? So that's fine and dandy, but you know, then you have the believers of these parallel alternate universes who intelligibly understand, even if they don't fully understand it on the whole entire intellectual basis of understanding the concept and the idea that, you know, if certain things are a certain type of way, then this is an infinite possibility. You know what I mean? So I'm not here gonna break down the science of all of that. That's not what I'm all about. No, I'll save that for a true intellectual that wants to fucking give you textbook, casebook studies of wanting to explain how they're right about some kind of thing that they're trying to get you to see. So that's cool with me. Like, information and knowledge should be shared, you know, and embraced and welcomed, even if it's something that you do not agree with or necessarily understand to care to want to fucking try to understand or comprehend in any kind of way. So anyways, what was I going to say? So I just want to like get it in your head that I'm not debunking that this is not a possibility of being. That's not what I'm saying, because it is infinitely possible. But these examples that are being given, like the Fruit Loops and the Looney Tunes and the Nelson Mandela and whatever fucking else. There was a whole bunch of little things that they were sharing. Oh, the Bernstein Bears, now called the Bernstein Bears. Come on, we would know the difference, because especially in our youth, we were learning our E's and I's and A's and I's and the pronunciation of these things and the spelling and all these spelling tests that we were given during our times. We would have known Bernstein, especially as children. Stain would have rang a bell for us to be true, because stain is a stain. Stein. Bernstein. Anyways, these examples that are being extremely connected to these streamlining of events of being a theory or a reason as to these false collective memories that are being shared on these lands. You know, oh my god, like, did we live in another like alternate part of the universe for some time and not even realize it, man? That you were eating your Fruit Loops that said F-R-U-I-T loops, and I was eating my Fruit Loops F-R-O-O-T loops, and we didn't even know? Yeah, it just makes me laugh. So what I'm saying is, this misinformation that is being shared collectively and shared in certain parts of the world, so that it can become a collective kind of experience, sounds to me like some fucking twisted person in some some distant land or hierarchy stand, experimenting, man, with the processes of our own evolution and our own thinking constitutions, and you know, what's not better than a great big orgy mind fuck of an experience, you know, and spectate on the stands and these hierarchy lands and take their notes, man, and think they call this a study, man. I think that I would go with more than opening these parallel doors, especially for my own spiritual absolute experience of these parallel universes existing in everything. So this collective false memory of these earthly experiences people are starting to share with, like, oh my god, no, I don't remember it this way. You remember it the way you fucking remember it, okay? And note that you're probably, okay, right, sure, we exaggerate a lot of things, and we may, and certain, you can't always just because it can happen once, categorize that and say that it's for all kind of experiences to explain a whole phenomena of a fucking, like, excuse me, kind of experience. I just think that, you know, there's so much information out there. There is so much knowledge being shared. There's so much facts being thrown in the air. There's so many theories, you know, going every which way. All of these things are energy strains that are like whoosh, 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 every which way. And people that are looking to know and connect and understand or find something that's fucking fascinating are like whoosh, 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 getting smacked, like cock slapped all over the fucking face. Not, you know, truly, like, removing themselves from even that energetic kind of experience of knowledge being cock slapped every single time across your face, from every which way, every single angle, and like take a step back and really process. But, you know, even understanding your own process is something that you're going to have to harness and identify within your own shrine, like, because, you know, there are certain things that I am more alert to for myself now at this time, of when I make a connection sublime that roots in me in every single way, that can never be persuaded by an external force of any kind of thing, because it's so solidified in me, because it resonates with me, because it's the truth that is for me. That kind of thing, there's something that happens in my entire being that fucking electrifies me in every single way, that shit, my hairs stand up, tingles in my body, this fever within, this excitement, or this just me recognizing what is felt as my divine truth, no matter what it is. There are things that happen within us, so like that I've learned to identify, because sometimes when we get a little tricky and mind fucked or cock slapped some fucking way, you know, there's so many things that can intensify that experience, that causes a blur from our vision to see clearly. So to be able to be aware of, on a regular fine day where you're balanced in every single way, that some kind of resonation sinks into your and seeps into your entire being, that you know clearly, like, this is like, for me, when something is off, there's this thing that happens to me. I call it picas, because all of a sudden my body will jerk, like, and get like a pica, like if something like pricked me in a way on my skin. And I've learned to identify that has been a physical something physically that happens to me when certain things energetically, when something's trying to speak to me, because energy speaks in so many ways, but there are certain things that we have to really become consciously aware of and identify for ourselves. It's the thing that is helping us to expand, you know what I mean? So this Mandela effect, something that, you know, does connect with me in many of a way, of a theory of possibly understanding the infinite possibilities of just how anything is infinite and expansive in every single way, and how every single moment of a second of a sensation of a fucking breath creates these parallel other experiences from taking effect, and, you know, these parallel things that can exist, you see, because when you think with your mind and you create with your mind these visions sublime, that they are being energetically created into another parallel alternate other kind of universe of a possibility of even coming into existence. You know, these things are, yes, fucking possible, man. Fucking possible, man. But these Fruit Loops and these Looney Tunes and these Nelson Mandela collective misinformations, come on, think about it. These are our times to think for ourselves about what, where do we receive these misinformations. Please, before you want to go think parallelly, bye. Oh, parallel universe, yes, that makes sense in my mind, but, you know, spirit realm, and, I hear voices, and all these kind of things, that's crazy talk, you see, but, you know, this parallel thing, I'd rather fucking go sit and believe that there's Fruit Loops and Looney Tunes, and Nelson Mandela information can possibly be that it's misinformation, yes, fed unto us with a fucking silver spoon, and sold to us as some physics iTunes, you know? So, am I debunking Mandela effects from being absolutes of truths? No. Am I debunking the misinformation of being the earthly examples that are being given at this time to further explain that this kind of parallel universe is how it's happening in these earthly times for us at this time? I say that I'm going to do some prayer sublime, because, you know, meditation divine, I don't have clarity on that answer of a solution of what would be that kind of pollution. But I do know that as my fucking constitution, that it don't rock or vibe with me intuitively as, oh my God, some truth that's being spread across these lands. Like, I know truth, man. I know what it feels like. And something with this story just ain't fucking quite right. So, I had pulled prior to even re-recording this third one, freedom. Let freedom sing. It's so interesting too, because on my Facebook, it says, what does freedom mean to you? And I wrote, freedom is getting to my root, my truth. And then I go to do these videos, because I really, last night when I fell asleep, I woke up thinking about this. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta talk about this. Like, I know that, you know, there is no set tone to what I can possibly video record on, because freedom is my motherfucking song. So I encourage that same vibe for you too, because you are beautiful. Even if you're an asshole, even if you're a fucking asshole, there is beauty to you that is in your roots, that, you know what, life may have fucked you over time and time again, and vibrationally you may not be a very nice human, but the infinite possibility and potential that you carry to seed, because you know these are seeds that do breed into multiplicities. I made that fucking word up, most likely, but you know what, multiplicity, I told you guys I do this all the time, but you know what, you get what I mean. And if you don't, that's cool too, you know, keep it moving. Like, you know, not everything is for everybody, not everything is for everybody. But so the excitement that breeds is everything to me. Oracle cards. You are able to discern answers and guidance for others using cards. Yeah, I shared the Divine Life Purpose spread on my social medias. Instagram at Enchantress, that's ENCHANTRESS. Then, you know, there's my wonderful baby of a blog that I absolutely love, enchantingbabble.blogspot.com. Blogger, I'm always there as well. Instagram is like this thing that I just always connected with that runs for me pretty fucking swell. So at Enchantress is easy for you to connect with me in every single way. I started the new Snapchat at Cosmic Genius that I'm giving a rock and a sway with. Snapchat is like the least, I like the filters, and I like, you know, the animation part of it, because it goes with my animation, because I am so absolutely fucking dramatically expressive in all my ways. Like, if you meet me in person, like, dramatic displays, even when I'm silent in many ways. Just once you get me speaking, you'll see the animation put on fucking full display. So, you know, I enjoy that of it. So I am feeling so much fucking better. There's a lot of purging, and there's a lot of physical stuck things that come up, and for me, since I am consciously working collectively, there's a lot of shit that attaches to me that I purge, not just only for me. And so I'm very conscious of this process, and I'm very grateful for this journey, because it is freeing in so many ways of these fucking invisible constraints that fucking can suck a dick for days. So I'm trying not to, I forgot to cry up. So, because Oprah says cry up, right? So, but let them shits flow. I'm feeling better. I was going through some, like, when I say fever fever and sneezy stuff too as well, but hot was, my hands are hot at this moment in time. That's why I keep touching them too, like if you can see the redness, because there's heat exuding from my hands, that because I am so connected, you have no idea the work. Well, you do, it's a lot of work that happens within, of just even understanding the redness of my own hands, that the fire that exudes from me. You know, people say it all the time, like my touch, they feel so fucking much better. But it is a lot, and even that journey of just even massage therapy, occupational therapy, healing therapies, the studies, the practice behind it, the toll that it takes on me, but the journey that I had to go through for the educational process for me to rise in this energy, understanding it fully, wholeheartedly, in every single way, that we are more than what we think we are. And yes, we have to conform in some way to these society standards, conditionings that we are living in, but you know, when you awake, you're in for your wins. And that comes with a lot of dedication to yourself. So I'm that cheerleader that's going to help you further feel the inspiration, motivation, all these fucking sensations, these vibrations that believe I am sending your way in every single way. The power of this namaste is absolutely got me on my Looney Toons. And so it's just this thing that I love to do at this moment in time, whether it changes up from 2-3 years later. The evolution of this creation that is absolutely every bit of my cosmic elevations, it's wonderful. So I just want to reiterate about this Mandela effect. That is very interesting, guys. It's very interesting. And I'm not saying that it can't be, but I'm just saying the examples that are being presented to us at this time and theorized that is showing that that's the effect of something like this, of this parallel universe that can possibly exist, does exist, and just FYI. There's more to it. Like, just intuitively, the shit doesn't want to stick. It's not that truth that resonates, like, sinking in. Flawless as can be. These energies spreading across these cosmic lands. Yes, my friends. So click subscribe and let's take this dive and energize in these lands our own freedom and our own fucking individual stance, because we are creators here on these lands, meant in every way to awaken to whatever it is that is our fucking vibration. And that's gonna be different for us all. What is your song? What is your purpose? What is your light? What is your dark? What is your infusion? What is your alchemy? What is your fucking dream? What is it that you need? What is it that you bleed? What is it that you feel? What is it that you think? What is it? What is it? What is it? Who is it? Where does it come from? Is it really yours? Why are you, why is it that you want to do this? For what? For whom? Because? Who? What? Where? What? When? Why? Always ask why. Always ask why. These are our times. So, anyways, click subscribe. Also click like if you know any of this connected with you, resonate with you in any single way. And if you didn't like anything that I have to say, I'm still wishing you a marvelous motherfucking day, because for whatever reason, if you're still here at this point, even if you didn't like what it was that I'm saying and that I'm sharing, or whatever it is that you're trying to fucking deliberate, you're still here. So thank you. Namaste.